Yo, I'm going to a party at 1 o'clock. It's going to be wild. Hot chicks, drinks, it's going to be ballin'. Chips, soda, everything. See, well, it'll be a wild night. See you later, loser. That was a wild night. I don't remember anything.
Welcome to another edition of 31 Nights. This story is kind of long. I tried getting it into one shot and I couldn't. So I'm going to break it down into 2 parts. Plus, gives me an excuse to tell less stories. Sonic booms. What are they? And what do they cause? Sonic boom is the massive sound that happens when something breaks the sound barrier. Mach 1, 2, 3. So if a jet flying over your house, for example, passes a Mach, let's say it goes to Mach 2, you hear an amazing flash, an explosion emanate through the whole entire area. And it'll just like rock the foundations and everything. It'll be like an unknown earthquake, like an earthquake coming from the sky. That's what it is. And an unknown one happened in my house back in 1994 or 5. About 94, 95, I moved into my house in Jersey. And back then, both my parents used to work all day. Like, you know, my stepfather used to come back at 11:30 at night. My mother used to come at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. And it was basically me and my brothers and my grandmother. I was like, what, 7, 8? And, you know, those 2 idiots in my video were like toddlers, infants. So this one day in July, this one summer day in July, we were all alone and our house was 3 stories, you know, 3 floors. So it was a basement, the middle floor, and the attic. My grandmother was downstairs in the rocking chair with the kids, you know, feeding them and rocking them back and forth to get them to sleep. And I was upstairs in the attic, looking, you know, making plans for our room. And the attic was, you know, an old, crickety, dusty, creepy place, like something out of a scary movie, just something you'd like, an attic that you never visited in like 50 years, all wood, like cobwebs and dust and all that crap. And that's what it was prior, and the plans were to make that our room. There were 2 rooms, one small room and then with a bathroom inside, and then one big ass room. That big ass room was going to go for my 2 brothers, and the small room was going to be mine with a door, and it would, you know, split the 2 rooms. So I was upstairs, you know, little kid making plans, you know, saying I want this, I want that, I'm going to have this over there, I have a bed, my room's going to be this color, because as a little kid, that's what you do, you know, you think you're going to get it, so that's what, you know, you make plans and you have false hopes and this and that, or you believe you're going to get it because you want it. So I decided to go upstairs and check that out and make plans for my room. My grandma was downstairs all alone. It was a summer day, parents were at work. As I like went upstairs, I felt like a cold draft or whatever, and it's really weird because there was like no AC, no airflow through there. It was one of those attics where in the summertime it was extremely hot, and in the wintertime it was extremely cold, so it moved along with the weather. And it wasn't a very windy day or whatnot. It was very, very hot, like 98 degrees, so it had to be 100 up there. And it was very hot, and I was looking through the room, I was walking around, right, and rearranging stuff, and in this room there's nothing big, like there's a lot of crap there, like a lot of boxes, ornaments, yearly decorations stored there, and like maybe like one bouncy bed frame, but there's nothing really heavy in there. And as I'm walking through, I hear an elderly woman's voice call out my name. So I look and I turn around, there's nobody there with me. So I decide to head downstairs. I thought that was my grandmother, so I'm like, yes, Grandma, and I head downstairs. As I head downstairs, the minute I get to like the corridor where I can like enter the kitchen where my grandmother is, this huge explosion, massive explosion, rocked the house, where the house was moving. Everyone was screaming. I straight up fell to the freaking ground, and we thought it was an earthquake.